So keep in mind, as I'm getting into this, I'm talking about yoga. Okay, Internet of Mind. Does everyone know what the Internet is? Like it suddenly occurred to me the other day, you know, like not everyone gets online and does that.
What's the mind?
What isn't the mind? Okay, now when I'm at home, I go into my room, go into my office, turn on the computer, Apple Macintosh, and I type in a few key codes. Basically, I hit the Safari button, and I can get online. Just takes a couple seconds, and suddenly the page opens, and there I am. I'm in my room, in my office, on my personal little computer, like I'm where I'm at, and yet suddenly have almost instantaneous contact with the entirety of the Internet. And if I need to know something, I just, Google it, wait a couple seconds or 0.34 seconds, you know what I mean? I get 10,000 responses. Whenever I need to know something, I just Google it, wait a fraction of a second, and this whole download thing happens, and suddenly I have access to the whole resource from my local environment at home, in my office, on my personal little computer, Apple Macintosh. I'm hoping they'll give me a free one if I say Apple Macintosh. I got a free mat. This is the Manduka. The Manduka Eco Mat. Like, it's good, too. It's got a good grip. Hit the Safari button, get online. Now, the analogy here is like your, whatever it is, your mind, like whatever you consider to be you and your cognition and your awareness, your mind is like your personal computer. And with your personal computer mind, it's possible to get online with the Internet of Big Mind. And then whenever you need to know something, you Google the Internet, you ask, I need to know something, help, give me some advice, please. You wait a fraction of a second. The trick is you get quiet in your mind. And as you get quiet in your mind and you learn to not think quite so much, when you not think, suddenly there's an opening, and insight flows in, revelation flows in, somehow magically, luckily. And you'll find yourself just privy to this big mind wisdom from wherever you find yourself being. And every once in a while you need to know things. Should I go left or should I go right? Should I have 3 pieces of strawberry shortcake or 4? It's like whenever you need to know something. Should I cross my legs? Or whenever you're wondering about something, just do this quick online check. It'll download instantly. And then the trick, the skill, is to just like dare to go with the big mind wisdom that starts flowing in. And it's not overwhelming. It'll just feel like you. It'll feel normal. But suddenly it's like, wow, suddenly you're accessing this bigger resource. So on my computer, Apple Macintosh. I've got a big hard drive on my computer. And I've got all these external hard drives. And I recently bought more. I've got 7,000 gigabytes of hard drive, which is like and is it? No. Might help. But so I've got this huge hard drive and external hard drives. 7,000 gigabytes. It's almost obscene how much that is. But the thing is, it's like, even if your hard drive, does everyone know what a hard drive is? It's sort of like your garage. It's like the storage unit. It's like you put the info on the hard drive. No matter how big your hard drive is, even if you've got a big one, you can only put so much information into it. At a certain point, it's going to max out, and you're going to need another hard drive. Okay? And so the idea is like, if you're making all your life decisions and all your life choices and all your life calculations based on a necessarily limited amount of information packed on your personal hard drive mind, if you're making all your choices on limited data, then, you know, the choices that you make, they'll be okay. You put good info on there, they'll be okay. The choices and calculations you come to based on what you've got in there will yield okay results. We're doing okay. You know, and the more you learn, the more info you put on your hard drive, and you get better, etc. But more and more you realize that if you're making all your life decisions and choices based on a necessarily limited amount of information on your personal hard drive mind, it's not actually as smart as like tapping into this other resource. And so whenever you need to know something, sort of the new practice is like, instead of like going to your hard drive for the answer, just sort of like do a little switcheroo, get online, hit the Safari button, doesn't take long, ask for guidance, relax as much as you can, like stop thinking for half a nanosecond. Instead of going to your hard drive for the answer, pause, ask, get online, and then let it download into your conscious awareness. And then as much as you're willing, and it's not as easy as it sounds, it's sort of scary initially, or it can be, or some of the time it might be. You'll be guided to do stuff, and big mind, you know, like you won't want to do it. But more and more you realize that the smartest thing to do is like get online and access this bigger resource.